What's up, beautiful people, and welcome back to Curve Journal. It's been a while, it's been some time, and I have so much to catch the community up on. I've done so much growing, so much changing. Life has been lifing, but I've missed the space a lot. I've missed doing the readings, I've missed the spreads, I've missed the love, I've missed being here with you all. I do want to touch on something though that I feel like, I'm always going to start my readings with a little bit of insight, and then we'll get into the cards and maybe they have the same thing to say. I don't know, it's raining. Should I close the door? I kind of like the sound of the rain. It forces me to project. I hope I don't regret myself. But I was thinking about divine timing. So I've been doing a lot of self-work, self-inquiry, personal development. I might have to close the window. Okay, we closed the door slash window. It was getting super noisy, but we love the rain. So, as I was saying, I've been doing a lot of personal development, and I think it comes at an apt time in my life. I have just graduated from mystery school. I went through an entire year and 9 months of initiation, so that was quite a still time in my life. I'm kind of like coming out of that now. I am re-emerging as a new version of myself, reinvented. And it got me thinking about divine timing. So I'm watching all of these videos, I'm absorbing all of this information around personal development, manifestation, creation, stepping into your higher self. Because we go to mystery school, right? We get initiated rather, whether through a breakup or a radical life change, and then we're initiated into this part of ourselves where we convene with the higher self. That's what mystery school is. But now you have to start walking as that higher self. You have to start embodying that higher self. And this is the part where this is where I find myself. Yes, this part of embodiment, this phase of embodiment. But it needs to be at the right place at the right time. I feel like we put so much pressure on ourselves to embody and walk in the higher self and walk in the light. And I get it. But it's like it really has to be the right time. And I feel that the right time is aligned time, is supportive time, is ripe time. You can't have the fruit, pick it off the tree before it's ripe, right? You have to wait for the right time. And it requires patience. I think what we're seeing with this contemporary obsession with personal development is we're just thinking we are not in relationship to life. We're not in relationship with life, with the universe, with source, with God, with the higher self, with guides and ancestors. We're thinking, if I want it to happen now, it's gonna happen now because I said it should happen now. And it's great. It's great that you want it to happen now. It's great that you have dreams and you have this vision and it's susurrating in you and it's brewing in you and it's simmering in you. But divine timing. So much of what I was doing, especially when I started the channel as well, again, I was still in mystery school, I really wanted to push. I was pushing so hard and it just wasn't time. So I really want us to sit with that, like, you're not lazy, you're not even scattered, you're not stagnant. It's just not time. Allow yourself to simmer in all the wisdom that you are absorbing. Allow life to dance with you. Allow life to connect with you. Allow life to collaborate with you. Divine timing is that collaboration. I mean, we have birth charts, we have transits, we have, things happening. And maybe, Saturn needs to go into Aries for you to get your big break because it's hitting your, second house or your 8th house. You know what I'm saying? So divine timing is so important, community. I really want us to sit with that. You're not doing anything wrong. Please let things flow, let things pass through you, and let things flow through you. I think that's so important. We don't give ourselves that space. We don't give ourselves that grace. We're always just wanting to push and push and push and push and push. But I don't care how many videos you watch, how many books you read, how many hours you meditate or pray or sit. If it's not time, it's not time. Things have to be aligned. There has to be this thing, We are in collaboration with life. And there's not a thing we can do about it. It's not just about what we want, it's about what life, God, source, universe also wants for us. It's about the time. Because the time is a portal, right? Divine timing is a portal. It says, yes, the space now has been prepared for you to step into. So I really felt that was important to address. Because I've had so many big visions for the space and how I want to maneuver around it. But I always just felt like, yes, I was pushing against the grain. Let me challenge myself to post these videos. Let me be consistent. But there was just something like, wait. And you need to listen. You need to heed, to yield to that wait. Yes, try things out. Yes, be consistent. Yes, be disciplined. Yes, show up. But sometimes you can't show up externally because internally things are still being rearranged and reorganized. They're still being rearranged and reorganized. I mean, I've done so much shifting. I've done timeline jumping. I've changed spaces. I've changed internal and external spaces. And right here, right now, where I am internally and externally, life is like, yes, you can move now, and you have to wait for that go ahead. I know we're sovereign, and I know we're creators, and I know we're made in the image of the creator, and we've been given creative power and creative authority, but we are not bigger than life. We are life itself. So that collaboration is so important and is so paramount. Always wanting to show up, or always wanting to be consistent. Too much emphasis on the consistency, on the showing up, on the pushing, on the action. Sweetheart, wait. You know, we always speak about the union of the divine feminine and the divine masculine on this channel. The divine masculine is action-oriented. The divine feminine is subtle. Rest-oriented is the divine feminine. That's what the divine feminine is. And you're gonna have to rest. I don't care how much you want something to happen. And I know it's difficult because we have life to live. We've got money to make. We've got things to do. We've got all of the stuff. But divine timing, not time, but divine timing. You can't show up because things are happening within you. You're being reconstructed. You're unearthing new gifts. You're becoming a whole new person. Allow that process to occur. See yourself through that. Allow love to see you through that. Allow grace to see you through that. Rest is action. Rest is action. Rest is productive. Your time will come. Your time is divine time, and your time will come. Please believe me when I say your time will come. You will feel grounded, supported, energized. You'll feel ready to show up for what it is that you want because it's time. You're not lazy. It's not time. You're not inconsistent. It's not time. You don't lack discipline. It's not time. It's not time. It's not time. And it's not your fault. Rest. And it's uncomfortable. Trust me, it's uncomfortable, but it's not time. And divine timing is not for you to determine. Ooh, it's boring outside. Let's get into this reading. Okay. I'm so happy to be back with y'all. Thank you so much for being here, for sticking with me. Thank you to all my subscribers. I love you all. You're beautiful. You're blessed. There's not a thing you cannot do. Yeah, let's like, let's comment, let's share. We really want the channel to grow this time around, okay? We're putting in the work because it's time. We got 5 of Cups. Can you see that? Fabulous. That's a Scorpio card of loss. Loss. Look at that. We're looking at loss. 3 Cups. I've lost everything. Not really, no. Yeah, you know. Let's see what else comes up. 5 of Cups. Loss. Disillusionment. It necessitates a change in perspective. Not all is lost. Let's see what else. This is just a general reading, okay, guys? I will start coming through with the higher self readings, the divine feminine readings, twin flame readings. I feel called to do that, as well as divine masculine readings. So then we have the full we have the Malika of Cups, which is your Queen of Cups energy. Yeah, bro. See that thing about divine timing? You did not lose what you thought you lost. You have something to work with here. And those two cups are your new beginning. Pardon me, I keep looking at the screen and then the camera. I really never know where to look. But these two cups are your new beginning. It's not over. It's not over. What do they say? It's not over until God says so. I don't know what that saying is, but it's not over. Okay? Until somebody sings. Two cups. A new beginning. A leap of faith. Trusting the universe. The Fool is not just about this new beginning. It is about this divine timing that I was speaking of. You have to be ready to leap. We cannot force ourselves to leap. We can't. How often have we tried forcing ourselves to leap? How often have we tried forcing ourselves to leap? And each time we get to this point, it's like, no, actually, let me step back. Divine timing is yes. Now I see that I didn't lose everything. Now I see that I have these two cups. Now I see I have something to work with. Now I can trust. I can lean. I can leap. Divine timing is not just life giving me permission to leap, but you giving yourself permission to leap. And that process takes time. I don't care if you're a risk taker and you've got massive Sagittarius and Gemini placements, because I think those are some of the riskiest people, or riskiest placements, riskiest energy, right? That's some of the riskiest energy that I know of. But get in the comments and tell me, what you think about that. But I don't care if you're like an innate risk taker and you take chances. When it's not time, you will get that instruction to pause and to wait. But when it is time, you will feel ready to leap, knowing that you will soar. We can't leap knowing what's going to happen out there. We can't leap with doubts, with apprehension, with hesitation, with blockages, with things we still need to work through. We can't. This is divine timing. And it's coming here because there's been this journey of self-love that you've been on. There's this journey of self-love that you've been on. You've been loving up on yourself. I see you. You've been choosing yourself and pouring into yourself and loving yourself and saying yes to yourself. And you are giving from this full place. This is just self-love, this fountain. I mean, look how happy she looks. Can you see that? Look how glorious she looks, right? I mean, that's gorgeous. That energy is gorgeous. And that is what this is about. The precise point when you decide, I choose myself, I love myself, I want to be myself. Yeah, like I genuinely want to be myself. I don't want to be anybody else. I don't see the value in being anybody else. I want to be myself. You're going to change perspectives. You're going to go from, I lost a part of myself. What happened there? Okay. You're going to go from, I lost a part of myself, to, hey, I am reinventing myself. I am changing. Yes, something had to be relinquished and renounced in order for this to emerge, in order for this zero, this new beginning to emerge through self-love, through pouring into yourself, through seeing yourself, through choosing yourself. Let's get in. Let's see what else we have to say. Divine timing. Divine timing. Everything happens so that we can just get better at choosing ourselves. I think that's what life is about. I think that's what spirituality is about. All these readings and the self-inquiry and this personal development. It's really just about choosing ourselves. Loving ourselves. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we've got, I like this energy. I like it a lot. The Sun of Stars, which is your Knight of Wands energy. Then we've got the Strength. Yeah, it's a new fire. It's renewed. It's passionate. It's life. It's active chi. It's life force that is running. That's what divine timing is. And you can't force yourself to move when you feel drained and depleted, because that's what death does. This is the card of death. It's a Scorpio card, 5 of Cups. It's lost because you've lost something. A part of you has died. When you go to mystery school, you're initiated, you're learning new things about yourself. You die so that you can resurrect. And that's a draining process. It leaves you feeling depleted. But you're not depleted anymore. Because you've chosen love, you've chosen life, you emerge confident. You emerge confident. There is something that you processed, this 5 of Cups that you processed. You lost something very close to you. It feels like you shed a layer of yourself. You relinquished an identity. And along with that, a timeline, people, friends, habits, patterns, templates you don't need anymore. And you've emerged stronger, confident. Your inner child was present with you all along. See that card there? And the Strength card is the Leo card. Leo, 5th house, rules the inner child. Your inner child was with you all along. This was so that you could love yourself, love your inner child, affirm that kid. Again, Queen of Cups, Malika of Cups, self-love, affirm that inner child. You didn't lose anything. You found yourself. You found confidence, strength in who you are, resilience. You found joy. This new timeline, new cycle is about the joy of being who you are, embracing the joy of being who you are in your truth, inviting your inner child to the conversation to say, hey, sweetie, you've been concealed and forgotten and left behind, but we're together once more. Beautiful reading. This is an incredible reading. And then we have the 4 of Swords, which speaks to just now you're in this the space of mental clarity. Like again, you can move. Oh my goodness, when I tell you, like, there's not a thing you cannot do when you feel scattered and you feel clogged and you can't think and you want to do this thing. You want to act. You want to be consistent. You want to be disciplined. You are convincing yourself. You're having these conversations with yourself, thinking, oh, I'm so lazy. Why can't I get up? Why am I not getting it? Why can't I be consistent? You had to learn to love yourself before you could actually do what it is that you want. And that's the other thing about divine timing. I feel that personally, my growth is spiritual before it is physical, before it is mental, before it is financial, before it is professional. I really had to delve into this space, into the depths of who I am, to reconstruct myself energetically and spiritually, so that when I am building, when I am posting, when I am working, when I am striving, when I am putting my plans into motion, I'm doing so from this part of myself, from my inner strength, from my inner child. And not because I have to prove a point, and not because I'm scared, and not because if I don't make it, then that makes me worthless. I had to do this from self-love, from self-worth. I had to pick myself up, right? And that's what this is about. Moving from love, from self-worth, from your spiritual and energetic and intuitive inclination. That is the foundation of who we are as human beings. We're intuitive, we're subtle, we're fine, we're spiritual, we're energy, we're energetic beings. And I find that when we place emphasis on the doing and the money and the profession and the career and the external environment, we forget that everything that we do has to be rooted in the spirit, in the energy, in the subtle, in the creator, in the universe. And divine timing is this merging of the physical and the of the inner and the outer. And now there's this mental clarity where you're just like, I'm calm, I'm clear. I don't need to prove a point. I know who I am. I know that rest is part of my process. I know that rest is productive. I know that I have to take care of myself. I know that I have to keep an open heart. Everything must come from the heart. Divine timing is allowing things to come from the heart. Everything must come from the heart, not from fear, not from proving a point. Being afraid you won't make it, being afraid you're not who you say you are. Yeah, we have the 7 of Swords. You had to change how you see yourself. You had to stop running from yourself. You are the light, right? And this person is running away from the light. There's a lot we're dealing with. There's a lot that we deal with in general in life, guys. There is. We're dealing with trauma, we're dealing with fear, we're dealing with conditioning, we're dealing with programming. It's not easy. And this world that values action, it values doing, money, status. Don't forget, like, that's too much. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Right? We do a lot. Again, you're not lazy, you're not inconsistent. That's still too many. You're just in your process. If you're not feeling this newness settling in yet, still too many cards. Why are there so many cards? Why don't I want to say it? Okay, there we go, we get one. Yeah, things can now move. You see, I told you, you can't go anywhere without loving yourself. You can't go anywhere without the energetic, spiritual, and intuitive function being refined and sophisticated, and yeah, being refined. You can't go anywhere without the sophistication of your energy, your intuition, your authenticity, your love. You can't go anywhere. And you needed this. I'm sorry to be the one to say it, but you needed to lose that part of you that was just like, nah. You know, this part of you, the 7 of Swords that escapes the light. You needed to drop that. And now things can move. This, for me, is the card of divine timing. 8 of Staves, 8 of Wands. Change, swift, rapid, radical change that is supported and supportive. It is that force that says, now you can move. It is permission to move. It is permission to move. You have to wait to be granted permission to move. Contrary to popular belief. You're watching all these videos talking about, yeah, lock in, 90-day hard, 70-day hard, da-da-da-da-da-da. It's not easy when you're mentally incapacitated. When you are dealing with fears and doubts and disempowerment, and your mental body is dense. Look at how dense that energy is. This is not easy. You're working through clearing your mental body. You're reconfiguring your mental patterns. You're reconfiguring your beliefs. You're being shown all the ways in which you sabotage yourself, stand in opposition to yourself. How are you supposed to do that while building an empire, while pouring into your dreams? You tell me. You tell me. And how is that supposed to be sustainable? Because we're not just trying to do this for now to feel good about ourselves. This is about pouring into something that is your purpose, your vision. If you're walking in your divine purpose, if what you're doing is aligned for your soul, if you're doing what you came here to do, you're gonna need your energy, your intuition, your authenticity, your blueprint to come to the party. And you have to unearth it. And to unearth it, you first need to go through this. All the obstacles, all the density, all the limitations, all the ways you stand in your way. You have to sit with that. Again, I have to say it again and again and again. You're not lazy. You're not inconsistent. You're just tired. You've been programmed. You have been rewiring yourself, reconfiguring yourself, learning how to love yourself. That is a lifelong, that is not just a lifelong job. That is a skill that takes lifetimes. And when you clock that, you remember that, hey, actually, the world is mine. And it takes divine timing. Give things time. Okay, we'll take them. We'll take both. Yep. So we've got the Malika of Coins, which is your Queen of Pentacles energy. I love this card. It's regal. It's abundant. I love those figs. Figs represent like prosperity and like, prosperity. You know, they're known to be like this, along with dates and raisins. I think figs, along with dates and raisins, are known as the fruits of the gods. And then we have the Hierophant, so like two Taurus cards. I mean, the Queen of Pentacles is an earth energy, so Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, and then the Hierophant is a Taurus card in itself. So then stability, we're grounding all these changes. This is how we create wealth, sweetheart. From rewiring our brains from rewiring our minds rather. Reconfiguring our minds to conceive of love for ourselves, sweetheart. Where do you expect to go without seeing yourself? This is this self-worth that you needed in order for you to proceed, to move forward. What is the point of building something and have it, be successful, and then only to realize, well, that really didn't come from a true place. Yeah, it might be successful. It might be really cool, but is that aligned? Does that speak to me? Is that aligned with my purpose? Is this what I want for myself? When I speak about the I, I mean capitalize I, your higher self, the universe, creator, source. Is this what I want for myself? Is this what I came here to do? Success is simple. It's simple. Making money is simple. Walking in your purpose, it is not. Because again, you've got to go through the darkness, the density. You've got to reprogram. You've got to see all the ways in which you stand. In your own way. Now we have this energy. It's like, yes, abundance, wealth that comes from within, that has been cultivated within. Because you love yourself. Yes, there are two queens here. Let's bring the Queen of Cups in. I think she wants to have a conversation with us. You love yourself. You see yourself. You recognize that you are the wealth. You are the magic. You are the abundance. There is not a thing you can do without yourself, without your love. Again, let's call in the energy of the inner child with the Strength card. The Fool is also inner child energy. Look at how beautiful that is. You've been waiting on yourself the whole time. And when you give yourself permission, you can soar. Leap. I mean, look at those doves there. Soar into new timelines, a new era, a new story that is grounded and centered and rooted in who you are, in your inner wealth, in your inner resources that you have cultivated by reinventing yourself, by allowing yourself to let go, to release the identity, the timeline, the habits that just don't fit anymore. The Hierophant speaks to this education. You have learned certain things about yourself, certain things about life, certain things about who you are. So you can move forward, making sure that everything that you do is in alignment, is in accordance to your truth, who you are, your inner voice. That's God speaking as you, right? Your inner voice. That's the Creator speaking as you. That's your guys. That's your higher self. That's your ancestors, right? Those are your ancestors. That is your higher self speaking as you. And you look how secure you are now with that Malika of Coins. Secure. Knowing that you don't chase wealth. Wealth finds you because you are wealth. And when you move, when you do something, when you effect, when you action, when you put something in motion, it comes from the fullness of who you are. You are not empty, you are full. Beautiful reading, I'm gonna cry. Oh my God. Okay, I love you, loads, bye.